What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Moose Tracks Podcast. Things are looking a little different this time around. We got a brand new setup. I'm on camera, really exciting. I was gonna do something like awkward and funny, like I was gonna like pop up under and be like surprised, but I was like, nah, let me not embarrass myself even more. This is really exciting. Long time coming. I think I was thinking about this for over a year and a half, and everyone was like, "Oh, you need to put your podcast on camera. It'd be so cool to see you on camera." No one asked for that. Like, no one can. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. I mean, a lot of people that all my friends that came on, they really wanted this to go on camera, and finally did it. And I stopped, just talking about it. So, kind of doing a whole new revamp of this. Gonna take this at a new angle. I honestly have no idea what is going to come out of this. Like I said, we're just going to keep this very natural, very sporadic, very whatever happens, happens. Really, really excited. We're going to have a bunch of people you guys saw back. I'm going to call it season 1. That was season 1 of my podcast. Those first 9-10 episodes that were up there, that was just audio. That was season 1. This new season, we're going to have some friends back that you guys enjoyed last time. We're going to have some new faces back on, talk about the same crazy, weird stuff you guys probably have in the privacy of your own home, but we're going to put it on camera, put it on the internet, because why not? So today, since it's just me going solo, I was like, what are we going to talk about? No one really cares about anything I have to say anyways, so what are we going to talk about? I was like, let me pull up, be a real YouTuber guy today. I said I'm going to pull up some fun Q&A questions. There was no effort put into finding these. It's like the second thing that popped up on Google. But I was like, why not? Let's just figure something out. All right, so we're going to read through them just so you guys can get to know me a bit better since I'm on camera. Like, pretend we're like on FaceTime and stuff, and like we're just chit-chatting since it's just me. It won't be this corny in the future, I promise. Like, the next time you see me, it won't be this corny and awkward. It's been a minute. I'm kind of easing back into this. All right, so first Q&A question. What would you name your boat if you had one? I don't know. The first thing that popped into my head was Petunia. I don't know why that popped in my head. I don't know if I had a boat. No, I'm not going to call it Moose. That's just stupid. No, I don't know why, like, Petunia came into my head. I mean, Monica is my car's name. I mean, everyone thinks I named my car Monica, like, from Friends, but that's not why it's named Monica. Or maybe I could do, like, a thing like I named my car Monica, I named my boat something. I don't know. We're just going to go with Petunia, because that was the first thing that popped in my head. I don't know why. All right. What's the closest thing to real magic when Dunkin' Donuts doesn't screw up your coffee order? That's the closest thing to real magic. Is if you get your Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee, and it's a dark brown, and you ordered either almond milk or cream or whatever, and it's still a dark brown, there's a problem with it. If you order it black, it should come black. If you order it with cream or with milk or non-dairy, it should be in the light brown color. It should not be dark. So that's the closest thing to magic to me, is when Dunkin' Donuts does not screw up my coffee order. Who is the messiest person I know? I can't say that because they live with me and they're upstairs and I will die if I say their name, but no one, everyone I live with is very clean and very organized besides one human being, and she will kill me if I say her name. Anyways, what will finally break the internet? This will finally break the internet. No, it's not. What's the most useless talent you have? Honestly, I'm not one of those people that has to have like a party trick they can pull out, and like I can't like bend my arm backwards. I'm all like double jointed. Like I don't know. I mean, I think I think I'm good at impressions. I'm not gonna do one right now because we're just not gonna embarrass myself. But I feel like that's like if I'm in like a public setting and like and I impersonate someone that's there, like that usually gets the crowd going. Because I have a huge crowd around me every time I go out, and it's like a whole show. What would be on the gag reel of your life? I fall. I'm not even kidding. I think minimum twice. I either fall or trip on nothing minimum twice a day. I'm the type of guy that will fall going up the stairs. Like, it's really sad. And at work, I'm tripping on my work boots all day. I'm getting into my car. I'm falling into my car. So if I had a gag reel of my life, it would probably be me falling or tripping on nothing 24/7. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10? Adam Sandler. And I think that goes without question. If you do not agree, you're wrong. Adam Sandler is the funniest, the kindest, the most amazing man, and I look up to Adam Sandler. So Adam Sandler, perfect 10. He's a dime. And do you see his fits? He goes out in a college t-shirt and shorts and does not care what anyone says. And he is one of the most, renowned actors of our time. And he has the best confidence in any celebrity you would see. So, Adam Sandler. Anyways, what is the dumbest way you've been injured? The first thing that pops to mind, it's really it's really sad and embarrassing. It's like close to me falling. I was on my way to a softball game with my friends, and we were in the parking lot, and before we even got to the field or started playing, I was being stupid and jumping around. I don't know why. I don't know what I was doing. I felt like just hopping around, and I landed on my ankle. But the second I landed, I knew I rolled my ankle. Like, I just felt it. I knew it, but I just didn't want to, be that guy. So I just like acted like nothing was wrong. But the entire time, I knew my ankle was just rolled, and I played an entire softball game with a rolled ankle, biting my tongue. And at the end of the game, did I blame it on the game? Yeah. Did I roll my ankle from playing the game? No. Rolled my ankle for being sore. I remember I walked back to my dorm room with a swollen ankle and sat there for like a day and a half, like icing it, and it was really bad. Like, and I don't even have a cool like story for like, yeah, dude, like I slid into like second base and I rolled it. No, I rolled it because I jumped. I was being stupid. Moose, so sad, so sad. All right. If you had to change your name, what would your new name be, and why would you choose that name? I never thought about that. I mean, whenever I go to Starbucks, I usually say like Bruce or Mike. I don't know. First it was Mike for a while because I would say, actually, no, recap. I would say Moose and they would hear Bruce. So they would always write Bruce on my cup. So I went with Bruce for a while. Then I used to say Bruce Wayne, trying to be funny like Batman. Ha ha ha. Very funny, very clever. And then after that stopped working, I switched to Mike. I have no idea why I would say Mike. I think it was just a random thing that popped up in my head, so Mike. But I think, and the fuzzy thing went down again. Yeah, I don't know why it went to Mike. But if I had to change my name, I feel like I look like a Bruce. I feel like I could go as Bruce. I don't know. Plus, I love Bruce Springsteen too, so I mean, I wouldn't be upset with that. But going from Moose to Bruce, like, why not? What's your biggest screw up in the kitchen? That's actually funny because I do love to cook, and there has been many. I'm an awful baker. Like I can't bake. I can barely do like a box cake. It's really sad. Like I'm really good, I think, at like making a lot of meals from scratch, but when it comes to baking, it's just not. I don't know what it is. It's just not in me. I'm being so serious. Like I will take a box of Betty Crocker brownies and it will come out of the oven and it'll be something completely different. And I follow the instructions. I follow the measurements to a T. It's really, really embarrassing, but I can cook a 3-course meal from scratch and it's amazing. When did you screw everything up and no one ever found out it was you? One time I was like, I wasn't even like young. I was like 17. I was with my family. We were at someone's house for some event, and like I don't know if you've been to people's houses or you have this in your home, like those china cabinets with like all like the fancy like cups and like plates and things like that. But for some reason this one didn't have like a door or like a piece of glass that you push in to take stuff out. It was just like all open, which was really strange because this lady had like a lot of like young kids. I think we were there for a baby shower. I don't know. Anyways, she had this like set of glasses and I bumped into it and the glass literally, it was like one or two of them just came boom boom like shattered. And she has this like beautiful home with like this huge kitchen and a huge like foyer, and it like echoed, and I just sat there and froze, and no one was with me. Who was with me? I know, I think my nephew was with me. Yeah, I was with him, and it just shattered, and I was like, we just sat there like for 10 seconds. We were like, what do we do? So we just started picking up the glass pieces and threw it in the trash. And before we left, he's like, no, we can't leave we can't leave like 2 glasses not there. Like, what do we do? So we went to the back of the thing and pulled 2 glasses forward. So it looked like nothing happened and no one found out until now. So I'm sorry, lady. I owe you 2 probably really expensive china glasses. Very sorry. What is a piece of music or an artist that you think is severely underrated? this is more my forte. I've said this recently, and I'm going to say this one more time. If you disagree and say that the Black Eyed Peas are not a substantial part in music, you are wrong. They had a chokehold on this generation for a good 10 years with all their music. And if you're going to comment down below or wherever or DM me and say that the Black Eyed Peas were not top-notch music, you are wrong. Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am, Fergie, Taboo, Apple Diap, we'll never get something like that again. And you know what's so sad? They don't even make music anymore. I mean, they do, but it's not like the old Black Eyed Peas. It's just the three guys. Fergie's not in there. We love Fergie, though. Go Fergie. All right. What 90s TV couple or movie couple did you admire the most? I mean, I don't know if like in real life or in the movie. I forgot their names in the movie, but they're together in real life. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar. But the sad part is, like, a lot of like my sisters and her friends make fun of me because they're like in their 30s, and I know them from Scooby-Doo as Fred and Daphne. I don't know them from I Know What You Did Last Summer. So I remember I was like 14 and I found out that Fred and Daphne were together in real life, and I was like, oh my god, Fred and Daphne are together. And someone was like, are you stupid? Like, they've been together since the 90s. They were in that horror movie, and I watched it. I watched it like a year or two ago. It's actually really good. So I would say them, or I thought Paul Rudd and Alicia Silverstone in Clueless were great because like they didn't like each other the whole film, and then at the end when she needed help, he like came and like, you know, out of nowhere and was always there for her. And they realized they should have been together the whole time. I like them too. That's a good movie. Clueless, underrated. I think that movie's great. All right. What's something your brain tries to make you do and you have to will yourself not to do it? I mean, I don't think I will myself not to do it, but I recently found out that I'm probably one of the only people, not probably one of the only people I know and surround myself with that randomly break out a British accent. I'm not going to do it now because I'm on the spot and I'm going to turn red, but like if you are around me long enough in the day, you will hear me break out a British accent at very random times, and it's an impulse. I just let it happen at this point. I don't fight it. It's awkward when you're around people you don't know and they're just like, what are you doing? I'm like, it just feels right. See, no, that was so bad. Someone from the UK is going to like troll me and say, you're a disgrace. Americans suck. All right. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing? I feel like a lot, but I don't know why I can't think of something. Someone has tricked me into believing. When I was really young, though, I'm not going to count this in my adult years. I was really, really young, and someone tried, like, I was like 9. This one kid I used to, like, play at the park with, like, so wholeheartedly believed that we lived in, like, a dome, that, like, there was no outer space. Like, we literally lived in a dome. And I remember he'd always be like, look up in the sky, like, why don't you see this? And why does it only rain, like, on some parts of, like, town, but not the other parts? Like, yada, yada, yada. And, like, you know, when you're 9, you, like, believe anything. So it's like, oh, my God, yeah, I think we live in, like, a dome. Like the Simpsons movie, like, when they put a dome on Springfield, I think that's where he got it from. And once he saw that movie, see, now I'm connecting all the dots, because I feel like that movie came around at that time when I was 9. So I feel like he saw the Simpsons movie and saw that they put Springfield in a dome, and that's when he believed that we lived in a dome. So I don't know about that, but I would probably say that's the dumbest thing I believe. Oh my God. Which fictional character would be the most boring to meet in real life? Most boring? I wouldn't want to meet any fictional characters that are boring. I mean, oh my God, I have so many that wouldn't be boring. Like, who wouldn't want to hang out with, like, Dumbledore from, like, Harry Potter? I feel like he would be boring, though, actually. I mean, he's Dumbledore, but I feel like half the time he just would sit there, like, really quiet and, like, lecture you about doing the right thing and stuff. But then if things get crazy, he'll pull out his wand and, you know, it'll get nuts. But probably Dumbledore. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to get a lot of people trolling me saying that I think Dumbledore's boring. He's not boring, but maybe he will be. I don't know. What's the worst commercial you've recently seen? Why is it so bad? Okay, I am so sick and tired of that Amazon Prime ad where it's like, Rapunzel was tired of waiting for her Prince Charming, and that's like her just sitting on the balcony, and like then she goes on Amazon and like starts it's such a, I don't know, like I don't know who was in the writers room when they thought about that. They're like, okay, so like Rapunzel is gonna get bored of waiting for Prince Charming, so she's gonna order something on Amazon and start like this hair business. Like, all for that, I'm happy for her, but like an Amazon commercial, I mean, okay, I mean, go for it. I always, polar opposite, but I always find it funny when I see commercials like I haven't seen in a long time. And if you're from Boston or like New England or the surrounding area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's those local commercials that you have not seen in like years, that when you see them, they just bring this immense amount of nostalgia back into your life. Like Bob's Furniture, or like Bernie and Phil's, or I'm trying to think of other ones off the top of my head. Stanley Steamers, it's Empire today, and it's like they're rolling a carpet. I don't know. Someone figure it out and let me know. But I love when I see all those old commercials. I'm like, oh my god, I used to watch those all the time as a kid, and they're bringing back good memories. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask? Oh my god, I always think about this, and it leads me down such a rabbit hole, because if you know me, one thing I can talk about for hours and hours on end are aliens and space, and you will most likely see an episode about this coming very soon, because I can spit some facts on that. But I mean, I don't think I would ask if aliens and like space are real, because that's like a very layered question. I feel like there's not one solid right answer to that. So I think I would want to know, like, if, see, you can't ask me these types of questions because my brain starts going a million miles an hour and there's a million things I would want to know. Ooh, I would love, not like this question answered, but like I would love like to read like Area 51 like case files. Like if someone's like, all right, you have 1 hour, here are all of our case files of like, undisclosed info to like the public. Area 51, like all those secret books, you have 1 hour, go ahead, read. I just would be like going crazy. That is something I would want, because that's like more than one thing, you know what I mean? Even though I just didn't answer the question at all, but you get what I'm saying. I think that would be solid. I mean, you get more than one answer. You could find out if aliens are real. You could find out about like conspiracy theories. You would find out secrets. You would find out things about space. You'd find out things about war. Am I the only person that finds that cool? Most likely. Low key geek. Because I will sit there sometimes on YouTube and watch videos on like World War II, and, fill my brain with amazing facts that I'll spit one day to someone and be like, yo, did you know that during World War II we did this and this and this and this? And I'll be like, no, I didn't. I'm like, well, now you know. All right, last one. I'm gonna pick a good one because I don't want to. Okay, this one's funny. What is the craziest thing one of your teachers has done? I had a real funny group of teachers, I think, when during my school years. I had like just some characters. I think my generation of teachers were probably the last ones that kind of still had that old school way of teaching from like back in the day, because they were all kind of on their way out. Because I feel like nowadays, like, I talk to like my nephews and my nieces, and they always tell me like teachers are so proper, and they're like, tell me how you feel and this and that. That's not what I grew up with at all. I grew up with like old school, like they yell at you like you're their own kids. They talk to you like you're their own kids, which had its flaws, but at the same time it was like appreciative, because like, I just think that was really cool. But I had this one teacher, I'm not gonna say her name because in case she wants to keep her life private. She did karate and like was just like a martial artist on the side. Like she had her own studio, and we were in class one day and she was passing out something, and she was like if I was sitting here and this was my desk right here, she came like around my corner, and like her left profile was right near me. And I just must have startled her because I talk loud and I'm animated like I'm an idiot. And I was like, hey, miss, like really loud. She turned around and her fist, everything just went slow-mo in this point. Her fist just came, like I just saw it like approaching me. And I just slowly like went into fear because I really thought she was going to sock me right in the nose. And I literally just let out a yell. I was like, ah, and like her hand just stopped like right here, and she screamed too, and like her papers went flying. She was like, you startled me, you can't do that, while her fist was still right here. I've never been more horrified of a 64-year-old lady in my life. Because I forgot she was like a black belt. She won some like national title of something. Like she was crazy, but literally she almost clocked me. And she apologized for like a week and a half straight. She was like, if you want, I'll email your parents to tell them what happened. Like, I hope you know it was an accident. I was like, no, it's cool, man. Just don't do that again, please. You really scared me. So I would say that was probably the craziest thing a teacher. I've had teachers like send me to their car in the middle of class because they forgot like their charger or something. That's not really crazy. I mean, they just really didn't care. I've had teachers like literally like, this is like really bad, but like I've had teachers like not hit a student, but like if they like talk like smack to someone, that they have no issue just going to the back of the head and hitting them. Like I said, I feel like if that happened today, that'd be like danger zone. But when you're like 15 and you went to the school I went to, like there's a lot of people who just like said a lot of stupid stuff in class, and a smack in the back of the head worked to keep them quiet. Like I said, different times. Like I'm 50 or something. But I would say that one teacher having her fist fly right at me was pretty scary. All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out this brand new episode of Moose Tracks Podcast, officially on camera. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and also don't forget to like and comment. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and we can figure it out. Next episode, we probably won't. I'm gonna still do what I want. Anyways, we're gonna have some cool friends back on from the first season, get some new ones on here, fresh new faces. You actually see us and our shenanigans on camera. And like I said, we're gonna have crazy, weird, cool, interesting conversations that you guys probably have in the privacy of your own home. Put it on camera and put it on the internet, because why not? Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.